tuli mu kyalo lero tulize tubalambuleko banaye abantu be Mubende ntuuse nkomyewo ewaka neyanza nnyo neyanzege buli kimu ndoza ba Mubende jawa kubalaga ku mayumba era bensiko Mubende wano ndi ku 40 road 40 tubaniriza abamaama mukolo tugutuuseeko ennaku z'omwezi zino 9 mwezi gwa 3 mwebale kutegeka. Tulina mukyala Aileen wano ne mukyala Geraldine abakyala abali e Toronto abategeka omukolo. Abatulaba ku mukutu gwaffe gwa MC Uncle Bean twagala tube nga te tusooka tunnyonnyoke ku ki ebiri ku mukolo bye tugenda okuba tulaba mu maaso awo function zonna ezikoleddwa ku mukolo. Katulabeko abakyala batunnyonnyole. Maama tutandike n'aliwa gali maaso mwenna muli gali maaso lugezigezi simanya akira ku munne oba tugamba nti gali maaso abane lugezigezi. Maama tusanso balaba omukolo twagala tunnyonnyola ku mukolo ki ekiri kiki ekigendererwa ky'omukolo guno. Omukolo guno kyeki agulabye atabaddeewo agumiisinze n'agulabira ku mutimbagano kiki kya miisinga ki ekibadde wano ku kyaki y'Abakatuliki.
Actually, in Uganda Matters United Church of Canada, the assistant ED. Kati lero tubadde celebrating Women's Day. Mulundo gubadde okusookerako ddala. Era every year tugenda kubanga tugwejumbiramu Uganda Matters United Church of Canada eyaniriza buli omu. Fe wano mu church yaffe tetusosola Abakatoliki Basiraamu era ne banyukamaz abangi bakijjulira. So lero tucelebrating the Women's Day. Gwadde omukolo mulungi, bataata bazze ne bagabula n'abaana abato ne bayiga. Tubadde mu bwingi ba speakers abangi abazze. Wabadde speaker wa financial literacy ne tubeerayo ne ka video kabadde kogera ku cancers z'abakyala, breast cancer, cervical cancer, ne Dr. Shambe n'ayongerako okutunnyonnyola na answering some of the questions. Ne tubeerako ne kya one ministry of women's ministry wano ku Uganda Matters naye n'atugamba n'atubulirako ku experience here on racism in Canada, which was very interesting and encouraging, and it enabled people to start a conversation on their experiences with racism in Canada. So it was nice, well attended, and I think most people did learn by something. No kujjukira nti screening, annual screening z'abakyala is very important. Ne Dr. Shambe n'ayongera okutunnyonnyola why in the black community abakyala abaddugavu tutera nnyo okugaya olugendo okwekebeza, and by the time we go obulwadde bubanga se obwa cancer bubanga bweyongedde nnyo. Kati yatuwadde statistics eza abakyala abaddugavu n'abeeru n'atunnyonnyola nti there is that statistic eraga nti black women tend to not be vigilant going for screening. So ndoze ekyo abakyala bavuddewo leero bagenze bamanyi nti it's very important. Era ku myaka 5 very important okwogera ne dokita bo n'ogenda n'okola screenings ezo. So ndoza lubadde lunaku lulungi, mmere badde nalungi, abantu bazinye era ne awards ne zibeerawo. So tweyanziza nawe webale kutukoleramu omulimu gwa DJ n'ogwa MC. Ogwa DJ MC abadde mukyala sikola
kinkakatako.
Tweyanziza
akulaba ku mukutu guno ng'ali mu Canada muno oba ng'asuubira okutuuka mu Canada muno. Yeggwe mukyalaani osangibwawa naddala ku bakyala, naddala abakyala, kuba nze nkumanyi ng'omuntu ayinza asomba abantu wajja okusaba. Bonna we baba bali obanonayo ne bajja ne basaba okubasombayo si ku ssente ku bwerere ku mafuta go n'obatuusa. Omwana ali mu Canada muno gwe mukyalaani nnyonnyolo bakitaate muzungu explain yourself.
Mpita Irene Chompaire ate wano ku Uganda Matters Church nze assistant ED. Kati executive director waffe Mwami Kalonji kati nze assistant.
Amumyuka.
Senyo Uganda lwange backstreet.
Nkitegee.
So amumyuka. So as a church tugezaako nnyo embracing buli Munnayuganda. Ajja n'abeera mu Toronto. To be vigilant in trying to help them okugira ki okubeera inculcated into the Canadian culture, figuring out their way around bwe baba batuuse kiki kyolina okukola emitendera n'okuba omanyi bwe banga bavudde babeera homesick ekyo bakyogera batya mu Luganda.
Homesick
abalwadde bewaka sikimanyi mu Luganda naye ojja olusi ng'oli weka tomanyi nti waliyo n'Abannayuganda somewhere oba oyinza okubuuza omuntu ekintu sometimes obateeka mu shelters kati ng'abaali bajja mbeera wabweru wa Toronto naye at least ababeera mu zone yange mbapiikinga nenzijja nabo ku church. So kibayamba to feel part of a community ne babuuza ku bantu mu church different career paths. Tulina mu lawyers, tulina mu accountants kati tax season as Sunday twakola omusomo gwa taxes
filing
omusolo one the period between February 2015 mpaka April 30th. Buli mu Canadian akakatibwako
nange na filings eggulu.
Wonderful. Kati today twabadde n'omusomo ku Zoom ogwa how to prepare for your hearing. Twabaddeko n'abaana nga 5 mu 6.
Zoom yamu omuntu agifuna atya?
Zoom tulina Newcomers Ministry which is headed by Carol Rutaya. Ate tulina WhatsApp group Uganda Matters Church Newcomers group. Kati awo tupostinga all those up.
Kati omuntu oyo ajeyungako atya?
Kati bw'ojja ku church tugamba the various ministries eziri available z'osobola okwejumbiramu and you help out. Kati awo bwe tugamba these are the ministries, tulina WhatsApp group ya Newcomers. Would you like to join? Tetuforcing abantu wano. Gogamba kale akubuuza kati what do I benefit? Tugamba we just post information that could be beneficial to you. Abanonya ba lawyers, accountants, and
n'abawi b'amagezi.
Tulina lab, computer lab upstairs. Next to the pastor's office. Only computer lab. So every Thursday tulina volunteer day. It's a volunteer day from sawa 5 mpaka saa 8. You just come, Reverend abali mu office. Okwegala kusaba naye asaba namwe ba volunteer baba bali wano ni Auntie Alice. Pastor Ronnie, Uncle David babeerawo, and they help them with whatever they would like to know or do. Oba yagala kukozesa computer lab agendayo yesotinga n'abaana bajja okuyiga okutypinga fast typing app eyamba okutypinga. Mami
tosobola kutuwa ku namba y'essimu Newcom ayinza okuba tamanyi kujja like kuteekamu ntambula nga yeetaaga okumanya address nga gye bali.
Uganda Matters bw'oteeka mu Google 2799 Weston Road. Kati n'oteeka mu Google ekugamba from where you are to here. Ne bus ekugamba oba oli kulinya train and you're transitioning to a bus or even from a bus onto the outside transit system onto the Toronto system. Ekulaga bulungi ekulambika how you can get here.
Okay,
2799 Western Road.
2799 Western Road, North York.
Exactly.
Madam Irene nga tugenda okumaliriza tudde ku Madam Galwind Black Geraldine. Ku lunaku luno olw'abakyala bugambo ki bwoyinza okuwaayo abakyala naddala abatali wano nga bali mu Africa gye tuva, kubanga embeera empisa z'omukyala engeri gye bamuyisaamu wano ku Bulaaya si gye bamuyisaamu mu Africa. Nti Africa waffe taata aleka esingi 2,000 n'agamu n'agaba kiwafumbye ennyama n'akuyisaamu n'empi ng'oli mukyala. Abataata bafe Abafirika bamanyi. Bugambo ki bwowa abakyala n'abaami twetwandiise okuyisa obubi abakyala wadde n'abakyala waliwo gye abanyigiriza abaami ku lunaku luno olubadde olwa Women's Day. Bugambo ki bwowa eri bakyala bano?
Kati bakyala bannaffe naye ogambe taata bw'alekawo 2,000 ne expecting okusangawo ennyama I think that's unfair. Tata kati naye wakuba budget ye 12,000 ddala mujiramu ennyama gy'abasuubi.
Just padde example. Waliwo n'abakyala abatakola nga babeera waka.
Mama, ate exactly, they are very very creative, innovative. Ojja kusanga ne mama ne wantwadde wamulekedde 12,000. Ayiya nafumba n'ategeka emmere mala family. Gwate kyewandibadde nga tosuubira. So just a word of encouragement okwebereramu kiri appropriate.
Appropriate.
Yeah, I know mothers are very creative.
Okuba abajagujagu.
Kati in that area babanga ayinza okubanga omujagujagu n'akolayo ka income generating activity akayamba okuleeta kyalo bw'aba aleseewo 12,000 naye nga muka income generating activity ke ajemu 15,000 ekansi nti ayinza okuyamba okugira ki okusitula family and in turn ng'ayamba taata.
Kuba abakyala ku Bulaaya uno nze bantiisizza osanga omukyala ng'avuga trailer ng'avuga train ng'avuga baasi
wano emirimu tebasosola. Gwe alina okubanga bwabanga desire yo okuvuga trailer ogenda n'osoma kasita owuyita n'ofuna certificate. Mu Africa ki ekitulemesa naddala Uganda abakyala? I think
muli banafu
categorizing nedda si kuba banafu naye ndooza omanyi nti gino emirimu gy'abasajja gino emirimu gy'abakyala
mwagitematema
tulemerayo eyo mu kifo ky'ogamba nedda I can do it kangende nkigeze ate n'abasajja ne batakudiscriminate nga ogamba nti njagala genda mu field eyo nogenda no training omulimu nawe n'ogukola naye ndooza kigenda kivaawo. Most people
bali mu polisi bali mu byabufuzi
wano tulina abakyala bavuga train subway zino zetulinya metro bavuga baasi trailers.
Uganda waliwo n'abavuga boda kati
waliwo n'abana abawalampa ebizimbe to clean kusangamu n'omukyala alimu kati kukisigja nti careers ziri dominated by certain gender.
Madam Jardine tusanyisa okukulabako kulikayo mu kakooyi ani yakadizayini nze katengi kakooyi byonna made in Uganda. Uganda wali abantu abakola engoye bwe ziti
nagendayoko Uganda eyo ndowooza yalinga mu 2000 oba
ogenda kuongeza ku ddoboozi
2009 ndowooza nendeeta ebitengi bino nempako mikwano gyange bwe nali nkola nabo
ono wamuwa
kati
nedda nange ninayo ekyange
nempako mikwano gyange bino ne bisigala kati munnange olw'okubanga olwaliro lwabadde lw'abakyala ate nga twagala kwambala culture neŋŋamba nga nzija ebitengi byange byambala.
Olunaku luno olw'abakyala obadde okolangaani era okolangaani gwe?
Olunaku luno olw'abakyala nze nkolanga representative w'abakyala mu ministry y'abakyala wano ku Uganda Matters Church era nga mbadde ngaalinganga oba coordinator w'omukolo
akwasaganya. Nga gwe abadde oba presenting abakyala mu Uganda Matters Church challenge ki ng'abakyala ze musinga nga mukuza olunaku luno olwa Women's Day bakyala challenge si ze musinga okusanga oyinza okuba gwe tozisanga naye ng'olina abajja ne bakutuukirira nga batuuse mu challenges kiki ne bwe baba bazituuseemu bazivaamu batya na bunafu ki abakyala bwe muyina bwe mulwandi mwetaaga okutereeza ng'abakyala?
Kyendaba sijja kubuyita bunafu oba sijja kugamba nti challenge nnyo kiri awo kizibu nnyo naye nti ekisinga okubeera ekizibu nti abakyala ba wano bonna bali bize bonna bakola abakyala bonna bakola kakati nange kennyini mba nkola naye nenfunayo keneefiiriza neŋŋamba omanyi nina okuweereza email eno tegeeza abakyala nti tulinayo meeting kubanga tubeera ne meeting zaffe ez'abakyala ku buli last Friday of the month. Kati naye nenefiirizayo ko mu wiiki eyo esembayo nengamba kampitise email ew'abakyala basobole okulaki
okuba nga asobola okujja nga meeting
asobola okujja mu meeting naye bambi olwokubanga babeera busy nga bakola kati olumu balemererwa okuddamu messages ezo naye ate olumu n'olaba ne bajjumbira bambi ne bajja mu meetings ezo.
Okay. Omukyala ali eyo ng'ayagala okujja mu meetings zammwe. Meeting muba muyiga kutunda oba kutunga mikeeka?
Omanyi kisinziira meeting ezo tuba tuteesa ku bintu bingi. Kati tugenda kintu kimu ku kimu. Kakati okuviira ddala nga mu October obw'omwaka guli obuwedde tubadde tutunuulira ki eno International Women's Day. Kakati nga ennaku ezo kye tubadde tuteesaako nga tugamba bannange tukoze tutya kakati omukolo guno tuguteesa kubanga gwe gusoose kati kye tubaddeko kakati twetaaga ki twetaaga kino twetaaga ebyokulya tugenda kubifuna tutya ebintu bwe bityo. Kakati kino kiwedde kati tujja kufunayo meeting kati kangambe nga ku nkomerero y'omwezi guno twogere ku omukolo gwaffe guno nga bwe gwabadde.
Women's Day y'Abakatuliki? Women's
Day y'abantu bonna kwegamba Uganda Matters Church eno bannange eyaniriza bonna kabeere musiraamu kabeere mukatuliki kabeere kubanga nze bwenajjira mu Canada wano ye church yokka yali eriwo kati ng'obeera neyo n'ogamba bannange ndi board mpulira nga missing ewaka n'ogamba kangendeko ku Uganda Matters just ng'ojja ku Uganda Matters kusisinkana ku bannayuganda n'owulira bulungi n'oyogera ku lulimi lwo n'osekako nabo ne mulya kyemulidde ne munywa kyemunywedde n'oddayo ewaka ng'owulira bulungi era nga nalaba nga abantu bangi nnyo n'abasiraamu nga bajja naye kati akatyo kano ne wajjawo kyakyeza endala engeza abalokole ate ne wajjawo n'abasiraamu nabo ne babeera n'eyaabwe okiraba naye nga okutandikira ddala Uganda Matters yeekumakuma buli omu so
tobeereeyo n'ogamba nti hayi bayinza otuuka ne bangobera ebweru
ate bakugobera bweru kubanga kati kandeyogereko nga nze nti ndi mukatuliki n'abaana abakatuliki era tusooka ne mu kyaki eri ey'abakatuliki ne tusaba ku misa y'essaawa 5 ate ng'abaana ba altasava kati ate nitumala ne tujja ku ssaawa 10 eya Uganda Matters kwegamba Uganda Matters kyekyaffe ng'abannayuganda
wetukuŋŋaanira kuŋŋaaniro sabiro naye nomboba tozze kusaba ng'ozze kusingana bannayuganda banno era bakwaniriza
ate n'okuyamba eyamba Uganda Matters eyamba kubanga nze nzijukira nga nakajja wano nange ng'akyali mupya yanyamba mu bintu bingi kubanga nzijukira n'ebbaluwa nafunako wano ebbaluwa recommendation nga ngenda okufuna omulimu ogusooka kubanga bakubuuza Canadian experience ne bakugamba owe reference ne weetunulamu nga tobalaba naye ate nga obadde mu kyaki nalinga nnyimba mu kyaki kwaya kati ekyo kati nga ninganga era akola volunteer kubanga nnyimba naye nenfuna ebbaluwa munnange era ebbaluwa eyo nkimanyi yanyambako kinene nnyo kubanga bali bagala reference gye nali nkola volunteer era ne bagimpa era nempisaawo.
Okay, ntasiima bulagiwa njagala kubanga kuba abali wano tugenda balaga ebibadde ku mukolo naye njagala kubanga mutunnyonnyolako ku naku z'omwezi nga lumu omwezi ogw'omukaaga tube nga tusiibula abantu ekigenda okubeera mu gw'omukaaga naku z'omwezi lumu bajuli kugera kuba kujjuka
kati the Catholic community is hosting a celebration ya Uganda Matters Day wali ku Kipling St Andrews Catholic Church Kipling and Finch
tegenda beera wano
nedda
agenda beera
fe erinnya lyaffe Uganda Matters Church fe celebrating on Sunday kati abagenda okulukuza ennyo be bakatoliki abasabira ku St Andrews Church eri ku Finch and Kipling misa ejja kubeera ku saa 8 olumala
ogw'omukaaga
in the church hall
ogw'omukaaga
yes
nga lumu
kati that will be the big celebration led by the Catholic community.
Nga tugenda Namugongo nga 3.
Exactly. Now if you want to celebrating on the first. We are booking every first Sunday in June, every first Saturday in June. We are jaguzolo lunako julizi. Kati wano on Sunday ku Uganda Matters Church. Fennafe tujja ku celebrate. Move eri ku Saturday, ku Sunday ne kigwera wano. Ne kigwera wano. Bali linya ya church ya. Wana bawo kusasula. Nedda mkwano. Wonna tewajja bawo kusasula. Nedda teri kusasula. Ojja n'osaba. Nawe n'ogenda n'oenjoyinga ekyeggulo. Okay. Singa wabeera walina ekibuuzo kyonna nga tasobodde kutuuka ku kyaki, waliwo enamba y'essimu gy'ayinza okukoonako eya WhatsApp eya kyaki oba eya group n'abeegattako? The reverend's number.
Bayinza omusumbuwa.
Bayinza omusumbuwa. Ate ne kugundi ne bw'otunoonya ku waliyo
Facebook page
ya Uganda Matters Church.
Bagita Uganda Matters Church?
Uganda Matters United Church of Canada.org, I think.
On Facebook and the website? Yeah, yonna. Okay. Mpozi nga mwina kyemutugamba ekyo.
Googlinga on Google noteekako Uganda Matters Church
Toronto.
It pops up.
Bakuleetera ebigikwatako n'ennamba z'essimu kwe buli kimu ne location. Okay, mpozi nga mwina ebigambo ebisa byemutugambayo naye nga lowooza. So
anyway, twagala kweyanza abantu abazze leero. Tuwagaliza omwaka omulungi so that next year tubasinkana. They will be excited okuwulira bye tubategekedde. Era ne leero mukyala Sandra Ninsiima akola mu ddwaliro so yayogeddeko ku powers of attorney ne wills. Uganda tugamba wills tegeka ekiraamo kyo bakiyita kiraamo.
Kwekubako bisiraani.
Sigenda kufa naye kati ekyo bakyogeddeko. Era ndowooza abalawyers abannayuganda oba others be baagala bajja kuba busy abantu ndowooza bagenda kwejumbiramu okutegeka wills and powers of attorney.
Anti niyo atandika oteeka ebiraamo.
Nze nkiina gwe tokiina.
Kiina kye nnaakoze ate nteekemu ki.
Wakatuuka ojja kuyiga mangu.
Kiraamo kyangu olina Kampala Road olinako ekizimbe.
That's fine. Byonna obiwandiika. Ofuna ne power of attorney. Wano oyagala bbiri oliga bw'owandiika okuteekako ebyo affairs eza assets ate ne bw'oba ng'olwadde.
Amiina.
Gamba nti mukka bwe gugwamu ugamba nti
tetugendeeyo bannaye ebyokufa.
Yalina okusalawo era baresuscitating oba basike ebyuma.
Tugendeeyo ebyokufa tuliwiddamu lulala. Oza tusiibule bantu baffe naye ekyokufa. So banaye mwenna abatulaba ali mu Canada, Toronto, Vancouver, ali Vancouver ng'obadde oyikiddeko mu Toronto so okuyitirako wano ku Uganda Matters Church ne tusabako ffenna ne
is to empower those people who need to hear what I want to hear. And also, what I have to tell you, that something like this, if it happens to you, don't just go and close your doors and cover yourself in a blanket and cry. No, there's solutions. Look for support, look for resources. These are true stories. So, let me start like this. So, when I came to this country, I came with my degree from Abakyala University, which is called Social Work and Social Administration. I looked for jobs, I couldn't find a job. What I did is to go and did security. I did a security course, it was 6 months. And for those who know Senga, paid for it. And then I graduated as #1. I was the first, we were about 65 students who were in that class, and I became #1. So they brought so many agencies, security agencies, the managers, when we were graduating, to hire right away. I was hired right away there, and the following week I started work. And I was working at the condominium. So I worked for only 2 weeks. So what happened? We had securities, we had keys, master keys, that opens for all the condominiums, but you cannot open it without the management. So what happened? One lady and a gentleman, one lady went out that day to buy a coffee. She left her keys and her phone in the
condominium, that the door was locked. I couldn't open for that lady. What she asked, she didn't ask for me to open for her, but she asked me to use the security phone so that she can call her husband. She called the entire day. Husband wasn't returning phone calls. Then the husband returned later. He was so upset why his wife spent the entire day in the lobby there, yet security was there and security has a key. And then after a few minutes, the management, like the superintendent came and spoke to me. She was a lady, and I spoke to her, and she left. And then later, I received a phone call from my workplace saying my manager wanted to speak to me, and that was my last day there, so that I go off for 4 days. Right? I had worked for only 2 weeks, and I had planned during those 4 days to move from Martin Grove and Finch, I don't know if you know that, Martin Grove and Finch, to move downtown, to just to live close to my job, right? And then I asked, the following day, I asked my friend to come and, help me pack, we dumped the things, like all tied in my room. I went to the head office. Reaching there, the secretary said, "What are you here for?" And I said, "Oh, the manager, the director wants to see me." I said, "Oh, what did you do?" I said, "Nothing." "Oh my God, okay, be prepared." I said, "What?" I went in the office. That day, the gentleman who hired me told me that the people over there where I work, they cannot understand me because I have a thick accent. And I said, "What? I'm talking to you right now. You hired me. You interviewed me. You didn't understand me?" He said, "I did, but you know what? These are the policies." I said, "I'm talking to you right now. You cannot understand my accent." He said, I understand you, but that is it." I said, "Okay, now why are you sending me to work?" They said, "We have no job for you." And I said, "Really?" I took my bus home. I looked at my belongings over there. I had paid first and last. My account was really, it was in red. I cried and I slept. I didn't sleep that day because my mattress was wrapped. The next day I didn't have food. I called Singer and I said, "Singer, you know what? I have no job. I don't have food. I paid first and last rent." So what happened? And I said, "The director told me my accent is too thick, they can't understand me." He said, "What? This is racism. Okay, come here today." I went there. She gave me a check to go buy food, and she gave me a business card to go to human rights offices. Everybody, for those who are new here, Canada will have human rights. That day I took a bus, I went to the human rights office, I found an angel. An angel is with us here, she knows my story. That is Miss Rose Nawile. She works there. I explained to her what happened to me. She said, "Those people." And you know what? They said, she told me you need a lawyer. I didn't have money to hire a lawyer. But what they did is to give me student lawyers. I narrated my story and said, "This is a good story, don't worry, we shall read it." And that student graduated and told me, "You know what, I'm going to graduate. We are assigning you another lawyer." So they assigned me another lawyer who took me to. So because I was hired at the graduation, so I had an opportunity because so many security agencies wanted to hire me, but I took one, and now the following week, I called another one, and I got the job right away. So this took a year, and I was already working, and then they asked me to settle. I did not know by then, as you know, settle. Now the student was helping me, my student lawyer. We settled, right? And I could see this director coming with his briefcase, sitting on the same table with me, just to settle, right? We settled. And because he didn't want to go to court, and he offered to give me a job back, and I said, "No, I have been working for an entire year." And then they paid me damage, and I walked away with that. So, okay, what I tell you for those in 2002. I think I was among the first lady to drive a Plymouth white car. Everybody was asking me, oh, she just came recently, she's driving a car. Yes, I bought myself a car. And that was my first car I drove in Canada. Yeah, so the second story, I said I came to this country land, right? I need to add on my degree. And I first went to University of Toronto to see how the process of admission. They told me, oh, did you graduate with first class from the university? I said, no, I graduated with second class. No, we don't take you. I went to York University. When I reached at York University, so they sent me to World Education Center to evaluate my degree. They gave me the address, I went there. You know, in Uganda, we had everything. When I was coming to this country, I came with everything, transcript, P7, senior courses, and I had them here. I just went to World Education Center, I had the originals, I just said, hey, this is what I did. And they said, okay, we shall call you after 2 weeks. And then they evaluated me. They said, yeah, my degree is recognized. So now I was admitted to York University with Bachelor of Social Work. And instead of doing 4 years, because of my degree in Bachelor of Social Work and Social Administration, I did instead 2 years at York University. So, and then I was just there, land, doing my security, don't forget. Security is the one that paid for York University because I could not qualify for OSAP because I was working. So now I did my first year. As I was ending my first year, I did my research paper. You know what? I knew, like, I did social work before, right? Though here education is different, but I wrote a dissertation. It's there. You know, at Mackay University Library, written by Geraldine Nicholas, me. And I did my research. And then they handed back the papers. I did not get my papers back. And I said, okay. And after I went to the professor and I said, oh, I didn't get my paper back. I said, oh, come with me. He took me to his office. He handed the papers, my paper to me. I had written research, 25 pages. There was a big X on the first page. I looked at it and I said, what is this? He said, open and see. I opened, there was nothing. And I said, what happened? There is no mark. Oh, it didn't make a sense. And I said, it didn't make a sense. What mark are you giving me? Oh, it didn't make a sense. That means I got a 0. No even mark for my energy, no research, nothing. And I said, okay, thank you. I went to the Department of Social Work to speak to the director. I went like immediately. The secretary said, I want to speak to the director. By the time I said director, I was at the door. I knocked. I explained to her. I said, this is the paper I have. But why I don't have a mark? I did my research. I said, no. If the professor said, there is nothing I can do for you. I said, what? I went to Atkinson faculty. I found an angel there. I said, I want to speak to the director of the faculty. I've never received a 0 before. And now they gave me the director, like I had a chance. And I explained to him. And he told me, you know what? If you spoke with the director of social work, there is nothing I can do for you. And you know guys what I mean. If you get a 0, that means that's a failure. You cannot proceed. They can just hope you to say, oh, you cannot manage social work, maybe now do something else. And then you will revert from there. I refused that. And now I went back to the secretary and I asked for a student counselor. A student counselor said, again social work? Oh my God, you need a lawyer. I said, again a lawyer? And he said, no, go to Osgood. I went to Osgood, Department of Law. I explained to them and they said, again School of Social Work again? I said, oh, it has never happened before. So I was given a student lawyer again. That gentleman graduated after, I think, after 7 months, I was given another lady who represented me. I went up to the Senate. You know, when I talk about the university, you know what Senate is, right? I went to the Senate with my accent, with my student lawyer. I sat with those professors, PhD professors, whatever. What I was requesting for remark, I said I cannot take this mark. I need another professor to mark my paper. I don't know who marked my paper. They remarked my paper. I graduated. I got B+ in that paper, and I graduated with honors. When you punch in Google right now and you say Geraldine Nicholas Kulade, it will come up honors from Abakyala University. So please stand up for yourself. Stand up for your rights. If you need something, fight for it, you will receive it. Those are my true stories of racism in Canada. I have another one for next time. Thank you.
Don't go yet. Thank you. Wow. What a great way to end the evening. How powerful. Geraldine, come back. What a powerful way to end the evening speeches. So, any questions, comments for Geraldine? Anyone has any comments or questions for her? Yeah? Okay, so what I hear from people is that
we do here, let me just say, the purpose of the women's ministry is to encourage all women to participate in prayer meetings organized by the church. So we do have a few activities which we engage in our women's ministry. One of the activities is home visits. If we know one of our own need, us, we can organize and go see them. We have mother-daughter events. We did one last year, and now we added son. That means mother, daughter, son. And we have a mentorship program. We match women, let me say the women who have been here longer and women who are new in Canada here for support and mentorship. We do social field trips. We had one last year to Niagara Falls. That is the trip that we are talking about. We do organize a Father's Day. That is a dinner that comes in June every year. And now we've added the International Women's Day. So this is going to be annual. Please, that weekend, the Saturday, after the Women's Day, Women's Day is March the 8th, but any Saturday in that week, please be prepared for that. Even if you don't hear from me, just organize that day on a Saturday to be here, because we are going to be here every year. Thank you so much. So, we do have the women, really strong women, behind this ministry. We do have our assistant director, if you can please come here, Miss Harriet Nagaye, and Miss Rosemary Asimwe, please. We have Miss Stella Makula. I haven't seen her here. We do have our treasurer, Miss Shambe Mutunji Shinobi. We do have our sunshine leader, that is Miss Tusumira. She's not here. We have our prayer director, Miss Sandra Chikure. Please, all of you come here because we are going to cut this cake. So I will serve it to everyone. We do have Miss where is she? Regina. This is to thank everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. Please continue supporting the women's ministry. We are really moving forward. We are moving forward, you know. We need more people to support us. We want like the 6 secretaries. We want like the 6 treasurers. We want
cake tebaginaabira mu ngalo. Yes, Gloria has interpreted it. They don't wash hands for the cake, right? Yes, cake tebaginaabira mu ngalo. We are excited and looking forward to just nyam that cake. So how are we doing it? Are we counting? First of all, happy Women's Day. Are you happy so far? Did women do good? Oh, yeah. Will you come back next year? When they send you an email, will you respond? Thank you so much. Okay, so I think we are going to do at a count of 5.
Alice Matunji, Irene Trompere, she's in there, and then Juliet Mugabe. So we'll first give out the first award. Juliet's going to read the description.
So the first award is called the Community Service Award. It's awarded to a woman in the community who shows outstanding dedication to serving others. The recipient has been able to help uplift others through acts of community service, a notable community event, or a long-term commitment to community empowerment. And so we'll hand it off to Innocent to hand out the award.
Just hold on to one second. So the nominees.
Friday sawe molo eggulo waliwo group gye bayita Shangaza Performers. Actually mandate yaffe cultural education. I'm a member. Cultural education katugezako okuyigiriza abaana
babalete kubwerera abazadde balete abaana bano kubwerera.
Exactly, kubwerera dropping omwana wo tumuyigirize
every Friday
except the first Friday of the month. Sawe emu otusanganga we
yakawungezi
2 hours training abaana cultural education.
Okay. Byokka byebibeera wano. Okay.
Yeah.
Tweyanza nnyo tweyanzeege. Katubasiibule.
Okay, bye. Tweyanza nnyo.